Okay. So I will
Okay.
talk on here constructor. Okay. Constructor, suppose that on here we have multiple declaration and only one implementation.
Hmm.
So on here no parameter and we have not nullable. Both
Hmm.
parameter non nullable. One parameter is non nullable. Both parameter is non nullable. Based on condition, you can write on here if person ID null, if both person ID not null,
Hmm.
person name null, and person ID not null, person name is means both is not null. Both is not null. Write this condition. You can write okay. Then on here this constructor is called. This method overload. Okay, this call.
Hmm.
Right? You can something you can for that person ID person name both called person ID person name both. Okay. After if in no any condition match, then else condition is called. Okay. Now understand these things. Any confusion on here?
No, no.
Okay. So now move to the next point. Then you can understand just uh, one is JavaScript, and second is TypeScript. Okay. So you can see maybe you understand what the difference on here. Okay. So JavaScript is a dynamic
Type.
correct? You
Hmm.
can write dynamic type. Okay. But TypeScript, you can define data type on here. Okay. Not dynamic.
Not dynamic data type.
Not dynamic type. Okay. On here, uh, lack means not available on here. Lack of
Hmm.
type safety. Type safety means on here no any data type available on here. Only
No.
where is available. Correct?
Yes.
On here, type safety.
Oh, well.
Type on sub type safety. Okay. And on here you can say lack of oops concept.
Okay.
Oops concept. Like class interface, or like class, just I tell you interface in the TypeScript interface. But on here, sorry, but on here, oops concept is available. Oops concept like class interface. Okay. So these things is difference on here. JavaScript and TypeScript. You can see on here. Okay. On here you can say difference. Okay. Now, on here any confusion? You can these things you can understand maybe because I discussed all point. Okay. In last session. So next point we will discuss about on here. Only for the summarize. I doing only summarize on here. We have variable. Okay. So we have variable. We have one variable, second variable type, third variable type. Okay. So on here we can say var. Actually, var keyword has come in ECMAScript 5. Okay.
Where keyword?
Where keyword is come in ECMAScript 5. You can understand the ECMAScript. ECMAScript. You can
EMC
understand
script? No, no,
ECMAScript. ECMAScript. No. Yes. No.
no, no.
Okay. These things I tell you in the last session.
हाँ इसी में स्क्रिप्ट मैं वही बोल रहा हूँ.
Yeah, this is a ECMAScript. Yes, script. ECMAScript. This
Okay.
you can understand in the last session or not?
हाँ आपने बोला तो था लेकिन यूज कैसे करना है वो नहीं पता.
Yes, use. Yes, understand how to use. But this is a standard. Okay, this is a standard ECMAScript and W3C. This is a standard.
Okay.
Inside this, all this definition, all this library available on here.
Okay.
We cannot use this only. This is a standard. Okay, this is a standard. So inside the ECMAScript 5, inside the ECMAScript 5, where keyword is come. Okay, after that, let is come in ECMAScript 6, ES6. You can say shortcut ES6, ECMAScript 6, and also const come ES6. In ES5, ECMAScript let and const is not available that time. That time, let and const is not available. This come in ECMAScript 6 and both keyword is come in ECMAScript 6. This come in ECMAScript 5. Okay. This ECMAScript, you can understand these things only. This okay. This is a standard.
Okay.
W3C and this is ECMAScript. Okay. This is for the GS. This is for the HTML. Okay. So this is a variable. So suppose that I discuss with the var and let, but not discuss with the const. Correct. So also some give the example on here of how to use const. Like one page on here. This is like on here. Const. Like a const keyword is used to declare the variable. Okay, cannot be reassigned. Cannot be reassigned. Okay. So suppose we have name. Okay, name colon string. Okay, is equal to Chandra. Okay, maybe name is also assigned before name. Let's change the name on here. Name 1. Okay. Then I declare assign the value in the name 1. Okay. If you want to reassign, if you want to reassign on here, name1 is equal to Patel or something, okay? Then it is saying here cannot be reassigned a constant variable. Okay.
Yes.
Only one time you can assign in the const. If you want to reassign, it is not possible for the const. Okay. These things I am telling on here. Only one time you can assign, not reassign on here.
Reassign constant time.
Cannot be reassigned. Okay, these things I am saying on here const. Now you can understand where, let, and const, correct?
Okay.
Where let used for the block scope. Where is used for the let used for the block scope. Let let is used for the block scope.
Block scope.
Okay. Where is
Global
used for the
scope.
function scope. Okay. Const, when used one time you can assign value, you cannot reassign again. Okay. So this thing you can understand. Okay. Now only I do summarizing all things because your mind is come on that point. I next is only for this summarize on here. Function. So how many type function we have? Can you tell me?
Function, name function, arrow function.
Yes. Named
Anonymous function.
Named function. Second is
Anonymous.
Must function. Okay.
Arrow function.
And that is arrow function. Okay. And there is a 3 function we have. Sorry. Oh. Okay. Then we have 3 functions. Named, anonymous, and arrow. Correct?
Okay.
And this arrow function is come in. This arrow function is come function named function and anonymous function is exist in ECMAScript 5. But
Okay. Yes.
arrow function is come in ECMAScript 6.
Okay.
ECMAScript 6.
ES6.
Yeah, ECMAScript ES6. ES6. Okay. Before that, arrow function is not available. Okay, this point you can only I've summarized. This point you can understand. Already discussed. Okay. So now go to the code. I will talk about the function. How to use function. Means I only further discuss with the overloading concept on here. Like constructor. Okay, on here we discuss of the constructor overloading. Now we discuss the function overloading. So you can discuss on here, but maybe some confusion. So we have created the one file function overloading. dot ts, correct? Then on here we have created the function function add x colon number y number. Okay. This is, you can say, remove on here ef string type, second also string type, and third also jet string type. Okay, then return is string type 1. Okay, now second is function add. Okay, x
इसमें सब स्ट्रिंग ही है, इसमें नंबर नहीं है.
Okay, yeah, on here we have string and y string and z number.
Okay, payout method overloading.
Yeah, after that implement signature. You can language signature, correct? Implement signature function add. Okay, add. So on here we are using any. On here we are using any. Inside the any you have passed any data type. So let result, inside result you have any result type. Okay, so if type of, this keyword use of the check of the type of keyword, type of jet. Okay, this is a type of jet. Okay, like on here we have tell you on here, suppose okay, I or something. So only I'm tell you on here, type of jet means uh, uh, just tell you on here. Save. Okay, now on here print some value console dot log type of I or type of I something, how many variables we have, you can assign, check on here how many type, what is the type of this, like this I. Okay, we have an assign on here I or str or ex or invalid. Okay, now you through this you can check the data type. Through this you can check the data, what is the data type of this. For this you can check the data type of this, like on here we have terminal tsc, what is the tsc first sample dot ts. Okay, then second command, what is that second command, tell me.
Node
Node
was
sample dot
sample.js.
Yes. Okay. Now you can see data type.
Mm.
Correct.
Mm.
Now you can understand type of.
Yeah, type of number string, boolean string.
Correct. Correct. It is saying type of. So same things I am doing on here. Okay. So type of x is equal to number. Type of y and type of z. If three parameter we have number. Okay. Three parameter we have number. 1 second. Okay, now you can see on here three parameter we have number. Then what the output on here? Result x plus y plus z. Okay, else if not three parameter is number, then x plus y. Okay, x plus y plus string then z. Okay, because on here z is string, but on here this is a x number. X number. Okay, just I pause on here. Number. This is number. This is number. Okay, there is a three number on here and return type number. Second one is a number type, second is a string type.
Same type.
Okay, one is string type, second is number type. So if number is check on here, if three parameter x, y, z is number, then output this. If three parameter is string, okay, then output you can see like this. Something you can write same things on here. Okay, then I could execute this and return this. Now save. Okay, so I am doing on here. This is a declaration only. This is declaration. Function signature, you can say. Declaration, function signature, same things. Okay, function signature or implement signature. Correct. So then on
Correct.
here only one implement and but implementation only one, only declaration multiple, more than one. Okay, but implement only one. Implementation only one. But on here function. But inside the on here we have constructor. On here we have constructor, but on here overloading function overloading there is a function.
Okay.
Only difference is remaining same. Remaining same. This is a function overloading. There we have two things overloading. One is a constructor overloading. Second is a function overloading. Okay, so all these things. Then Control C. Okay, I clear. TSC function overload dot yes node function overloading dot ds. Okay, now you can see the output. First output is 60. First output is 60. Second is Addition of
Hello.
string hello bird, how are you? Hello bird, how are you? Okay.
Mhm.
On here any confusion?
एनी है इसीलिए नंबर और स्ट्रिंग दोनों लेगा ऐसा है.
Yes, it will take both things. Any data type it will accept.
ओके.
Any will accept any data type. Any will accept any data type. Okay. Any will accept any data type. If you don't know any data type, then you can write on here any. If you know the data type, then you can it okay in the TypeScript. But in the JavaScript, we have no anything like this because JavaScript is a dynamic language. Means only on there we have where keyword. But on here we have data type. Then if you know data type like number, then you can assign number. If you know the string, then you can assign the string. If you know about the boolean, you can assign the boolean. If you don't know any data type, then you can assign any. It will accept all things, all data types. Okay.
ओके.
Now next point we will do about the modifier. Like we can talk about the in the class level. We can discuss class level. Mm, mm. Or we have created a new class. Actually, we have we will talk about the modifier public, private, and protected. Three things we have discussed on here. Okay, so on here, suppose that this is a person class, correct?
हम्म.
This is a person class. On here, suppose that I comment only, I call one function only. Comment. Okay, we have only one object on here, and you can see this is a class.
हम्म.
This is a class. Okay. Outside this class, this we have create the object. This is a class inside. Okay, this is class. Then create the object of on here. This is a outside of class.
हम्म.
Correct. So this is a person name. Person name come from the inside this class. Correct. If I do on here, private. Okay. Now you can see on here.
नोट एक्सेल.
Okay.
हम्म.
It is a private, so you cannot access outside the class.
आउटसाइड द क्लास.
Yes. This is concept of private, correct?
हम्म.
Outside the class, you cannot call the private variable. By default, public. Okay. Actually, any data type by default is public. If you not assign any data type on here, the by default is public.
पब्लिक.
And if you assign the data type, then is if you are assigning on here private, then is a public.
प्राइवेट.
And same things is a protected.
प्रोटेक्टेड.
Same things. Protected when you two class, one class to another class you can access. Correct?
हम्म.
From you have two class, and if you are access from one class to another class, you can access
हम्म.
if you are using protected. Okay, so suppose that we have these things. Okay, so and if you want to this things say mm, uh, write on here protected. Okay, this is protected. This is not accessible. Okay, outside the class.
Mm,
Why? This is correct or not?
correct.
Because this outside class.
Mm,
Okay, when you we have suppose protected, how to use protected? Can you tell me what that protected?
protected inherit class.
Correct. Suppose we have created another class like uh, person and class imply. Okay, so on here when you uh, create the wait, on here imply name in code. Okay, this dot you can see, but on here all property is coming.
Mm,
Person ID, person name, so info, because this all things is just like on here. Person name, this is a protected, but we can do this is a private. Okay, person ID is, you can see on first difference is on here. uh, just first remove. Okay, now you can see person name on here. Person name correct, come
mm,
on here.
yes.
But if I on here write private, then only
Noted.
person ID will come on here. Person ID,
Mm,
person name is not coming. Okay, so through this you can use the protected. Through this you can use the protected on here.
okay.
Protected member can be accessed in the derived class. Okay, these things is a modifier, public protected, public by default, private you can assign if any data type private, then private is only in the class level, and if protected then you can inherit another class, you can use in the another class. Same things concept of CSR. And we have three on here. Modifiers. Modifiers. By default, public. You can do private. And you can do
Okay.
Okay, there is three things inside the modifier. Okay, so this is a modifier, and modifier function variables. Okay, so now we will talk about the inheritance. Okay, so I create the one class inheritance. Inheritance.ts. In between, if you have any confusion, please stop me. And okay,
Okay.
otherwise maybe you stuck in something. Suppose that inheritance. Suppose we have class person, and person we have variable is private first name and the last name, and inside this constructor we have this is a first name and last name. Okay, so like we can say this is a variable name. It's come from, and on here and this variable you can use on here. And I create one function full name. Okay, I create another class employee, and this will inherit. Okay, this will inherit. On here we have one properties id, and on here constructor first name last name. Okay, and id. This is inherit and close these things. Okay, okay, id. So on here this is a private variable. Okay, on here
Mm.
pass the variable, and this variable assign in this variable. Okay, in
Mm.
this object, inside this object, and one create function on here. On here inside inherit extend this. This is a inheritance. On
Mm.
here you can keyword use the for the inheritance we use the keyword extends.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
like in Java you can, if you understand the Java, so on there extend keyword is used for the inheritance. Same things on here, TypeScript is the extend keywords. After that create the constructor, and inside this super keyword, this is a super keyword. You understand this super keyword?
Super keyword, no man.
You this same keyword in the Java. Okay, you know the keyword C sharp, and you can understand base keyword in C sharp.
Base, C sharp, base, yes,
Yeah,
sir.
same things, base keyword in C sharp, super keyword in TypeScript, super keyword in JavaScript, Java. There is the same things. Super and base both are same.
Okay.
What is the use of base keyword?
Inheritance.
No, inheritance नहीं. It's calling parent class constructor. Super keyword is used for the calling parent class constructor.
Okay.
Okay, so on here, create the one function So detail and console.log. Okay. This dot id we have not any returning, then you can write on the void. Okay, so I create the object of let even age equal to new imply, and okay, I am creating the object of imply. This is a child class. Okay, on here this is a parent and this is child, inherit parent. I create the object of imply. On here we have passed the three parameter inside this object. Inside this object we have passed the three parameter. 2 is a string, 1 is a number. Okay, so on here, then it will go when execute this line, then go on here. Okay, on here, then call the super keyword. Then super go in the on here two parameter. Then super go to the constructor on here. On here. Okay. Then set value first name and last name. Okay. Then set value first name, last name on here. Okay. And ID set on here. Okay. ID first name, last name, ID, three property set on here. Okay. Super keyword first name, last name set. ID three keyword both are set. Okay. Now you can call the on here. So this ID set value ID on here and full name, because I am inherit a person class. I am a stand person class. So this that full name. This that full name value assign on here. Okay, value assign on here through the super keyword. Through the super keyword, value assign on here. Okay.
Okay.
This is a private keyword. Okay. So due to that reason, this property cannot access on in this class.
Outside the class.
Outside the class. Okay. So I extend this class. And through this super keyword, I assign the parent class property. Assign the property in the parent class. And this method, through this method, return value, get full name, and print on here. Then run. TSC inheritance. Okay, node inheritance dot js. Okay, now you can see the output is John Doe 101 John Doe. John Doe is come. This is first name and last name. Any confusion on here?
No.
Okay, all things we will discuss. This is a private. This is a super. How to set value on here. How to call this function in the parent function, because this you can, if you analyze this all you are saying, this is all things in C# like this thing. Okay, no more difference on here. Only some in C# we have used the colon. On here is 10 keyword.
Extend
In the C# we use the base, but on here super. These things only change, no minor changes on here. So you can, this is TypeScript is simple, but JavaScript on there some more challenges.
Okay.
So now you can understand the inheritance.
Hmm.
Okay, you have no any confusion the inheritance.
Yeah, no confusion.
Okay, so I actually on here we have discussed how many points, just to point out on here. Mm, can you tell me how many points we have completed? Mm, mm,
Inheritance.
First is inheritance. Inheritance. Second is function overloading.
Function overloading.
Function overload and modifier. Modifier. Okay,
Mhm.
and only these things. Okay, modify inheritance, modi and function overloading and const. Okay, you can see const.
Data type.
Const. Sorry.
Constant data type.
Yeah, const data type. Yeah, const data type. And okay, this thing I will only discuss. And also this type of. Now we'll discuss about the interface.
Okay.
Uh, Before interface, we will discuss uh, generic class. Generic class. Before interface, we will discuss about the generic class. Create the generic class. Generic class dot ts. Can you tell me what is the generic?
Collection, non-collection are generic class. List, dictionary are generic class.
Correct. So now class we have one store. Okay, inside the store multiple things on there. So class store store on here we have data type t. Okay,
Mm.
this extend my type. This my type is
Angle bracket, the extend my type.
my type is this is a data type. On here we have string and number. We have two data type can assign on here. My data type is a on here we have keyword is type. Okay, and now you can see this is a store class. Inside the store class we have generic. We have pass on only here. On here you can pass only two data type, string or number.
Mhm.
Okay, suppose that you want only any specific, then you don't need to extend any my type. Suppose that you want to some you have passed string number or string boolean. Okay, for that you can create the type like this my type. You can pass on here only two data type on here. T extend two data type on here.
Two data.
Okay, no more things on here. So private list T Okay, inside the constructor we can initialize. Okay, if no need to initialize in the constructor, you can write on here also. Okay, then that time no need to constructor. Okay, if you not assign on here, then you need to assign in the constructor. Now I create one function, add item in store. Add item in store. Okay, add item in store. On here console.log item is added, and remove item from store. Remove item from store. Then on here write list, this dot list dot o. Okay, pop we have function, throw this became remove. Okay, push we have add, and on here I can write message on here, remove item. So on here remaining item. So remaining item. Like for late item of. What the meaning of off?
Of.
What is the purpose of off? What the difference between off and in?
Of and in.
Yes, that means you are not doing revision.
रिवीजन में टाइम नहीं मिलता है इसलिए कर नहीं पा रहा.
Item is equal to, like this syntax you can write on here, is equal to dollar. Okay, dollar and equal. Okay, console dot. Okay, okay. Now we have three function: add item in store, remove item from store, and show remaining item in the store. Okay, and create one class, generic class. On here we have only store only string and number data.
Number.
Okay, so now create the object. Let store is equal to new store. On here I pass on here store pass number data type. For string you can pass on here string. Not this. Okay, capital. Then we have in the store apple, banana. Okay. Now apple, banana we have. So on here show the item, how many item in the store. Apple, banana. After that we have removed the item from store. Then show the remaining item. Okay. So terminal TSC generic class dot ts. Node generic class dot ts. Okay. Now you can see on here item added apple, item added banana, item is in store apple and banana, remove apple, then in the store we have remove item apple. Okay, remove item, remove item, remove. We have two things on here. Then I remove on here apple. First is a apple, banana. Story on the apple, banana is correct. After that, item remove apple. Then item remove apple. Then show item I remove the item apple. Then how to show is on show on banana, correct? Okay. We have written on here pop. Pop means
Repeat.
pop means array is remove the last element from the array.
Hmm.
Okay, it is last element of the array, not on here.
Okay.
Any don't pass any parameter on here because this is a pop. Pop means last element. On here pass apple, but it is pop remove. If I pass on here, no need pass any need to need parameter. Okay, so actually, so last parameter it is remove pop. And we have one function is slice. Mhm. So this we can do. I check the on here pass the item. Okay, list index of item if exist, then throw the slice. Okay, slice throw the index it will remove. But pop is used for the last element always. Pop is used for the remove last element. But through the slice we can throw the index. You can remove. Throw the index. Throw the remove on here. Now you check on here. Okay, now you can see on here. I removed apple, then output is banana. Okay, now in output is banana. So we can use on here when you remove any item through the index item, and in the item pass list through the index. Okay, I if it exist, then through the slice we can remove that index and item is removed. Output is banana. These things you understand?
String and number data type.
Yeah, yeah. This I am using only on here is in uh, string data type. Suppose that if you want to say on here number, suppose class mm, class store one. Okay, only
Hmm.
only one data type like print. Okay, okay. This is suppose that key on here class is non-generic, but function is generic. On here, this is possible on here. Suppose that key class we have created the class non-generic, but on here print function is generic. Print data type is t return. Okay, now you can see let store one, and inside the store one, store the print behave. You can see on here function is generic, but class is non-generic. Okay, these things you can on here. Function is generic, but class is non-generic. You are saying this if you can pass if you want number data type, then you can also pass on your number data type, like on here store dot add it will accept 2 1 2 3. Okay, it will cause the compile time error. Okay, but I am saying on here string or number type means it is saying if you pass the string, then only string. Just I comment this code. Let store. Okay, okay. If you create the object of string, okay, if you are creating the object of string, then you can store only string data type. If you are create the class of number, then you can store the number data type. Okay, means depend on here. You are depend on here number. You are depend on a string. Based on that, we have or condition string or number. Then store that value. Okay. Any confusion?
No, no.
Okay. Now we will talk about the interface.
टुडे इतना रहने दो हम
Yes, yes. Okay,
सैटरडे
okay.
को
Yes,
सैटरडे
okay.
को कंटिन्यू करो.
Yeah. Okay. Just okay. Then okay. Now today for I mentioned that point. How many point on here? This is generic class. Okay, generic class. Okay. So we have today discuss inheritance, function overloading, modifier, constDatatype, type of generic class, and okay. Now we'll discuss in the next session. Discuss with the interface, how to use interface, and after we will discuss about on here multiple files is generated JS file. So move to only create the one folder on there we can add. Now start with the Angular part. Now then move to the Angular again. Okay. These things we continue in the next session.